What is going on, you guys? ShadowX back with you for another Dokkan battle video, and in this one, we're going to be talking about the newest LR coming to both versions of the game, Global and JP, for part 2 of Golden Week. As you guys can see, we have a new Super 17 coming to both versions. We got the data download. We're going to jump in. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get started. So obviously, here's the LR art. Definitely think this looks really good in my opinion. The animations for it definitely look clean. Jump over here. Here is actually the SSR art, as you'll see when you summon for him, if you pull him. I definitely don't recommend summoning for this guy. He is going to be on a legendary banner. Those banners always suck. I will never ever recommend summoning for those banners, especially on global, because of the coin mechanic update isn't going to be out by the time this banner drops. So you're literally just wasting stones at this point because you're not getting coins, which you could get if you were pulling units that you didn't need, had you had them already rainbowed right. So here's his SSR art. Here's his TUR art. Definitely looks pretty good. Lots of yellow and red all over the place. Here's his LR art. Again, as I mentioned, definitely looks really clean, especially animated, like something like when you click on the card. Definitely looks pretty good. His overall animations definitely look clean as well. Let's go ahead and pull these up and check them out. That was his active skill. This is windscreen. That definitely looks really good. So those were his animations. Definitely really solid looking animations. Nothing like the best in the game. I wouldn't say anywhere near that level, but really clean in my opinion overall. So, again, a really nice looking windscreen that you'll see with this unit. So here's Super 17. Let's actually break him down and discuss what he does. So his leader skill here, he is GT bosses or androids category 4 key and 150% to stats. Before we talk about the rest of this unit, we need to talk about his leader skill, because what the hell were they thinking with this unit? The design choice for this unit is so poorly executed, I just don't know. So, GT bosses obviously needs a new leader skill, but guess what? This unit is so poorly designed that he literally has no synergy with this team, this category. So already this category is just dead, like at this point. So let's actually pull up this category. So Super 17 here, which most of the player base isn't even going to be able to pull because they're on a legendary banner. So a lot of players are going to skip this, especially on global, given the fact that the 60th anniversary is literally like 2 weeks away. And then Senshin on here, LR Shadow Dragons here with Omega at the front here. This unit isn't even on global, who's a sub lead, so you can't even run this category if you don't have this guy. And then on JP, obviously he's a new Battlefield LR. He's super expensive to get, so he's limited in that way. And then this team, you go down the list here. Like, this team, there's nothing here. Like, it's so dead. This team is dead. So it's almost like, why is he a GT boss's leader? He has no synergy with anyone on this team. Like, he doesn't have big bad bosses, so that's gonna really hurt. Also, help Super 17, the AGL one, doesn't have big bad bosses. A lot of these units have big bad bosses, so that hurts. That's a 25% attacking defense that he literally doesn't get. Both leader skills, you can have both the 50% support type units, Rildo and the Cell. But guess what? They've literally been on 2 banners like in the entire life cycle of the game, so no one has them, and they just refuse to bring those banners back. They really should just put these characters on every single banner of the game. Why they haven't at this point is just dumb. I just don't know. You can make him look good on this team, but the fact that his design is just so poorly executed and handled, he's not going to work well on this team. He's not. And the fact that he's leading it is even worse. It just makes this category that much more irrelevant. Because guess what? In a week, you're not going to find this guy in the front system. Nope. Have fun trying to look for him because he's not going to be there. So that just hurts him in that way as well. So let's continue on with what else he does here. Oh, I didn't even mention the fact that he's another Android lead. Android lead number 12. I don't know. I have a better idea for his latest go. How about we make him, I don't know, Inhuman Deeds? I don't know. How about Artificial Life Form? I'll get another one. How about Target Goku? How about that? All better options than Android lead number 12. Or GT bosses, which he doesn't even work well on. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about the latest go. Just garbage in my opinion. I don't know what they were thinking with this unit. There's just so many things that are wrong with this unit. So let's continue. Super attack effects here. Raise attack for 1 turn, and then cause colossal damage and lowers defense on 12 key. Again, lowering defense, as I've mentioned so many times, is completely worthless and irrelevant. His 18 key here, Mega Colossal, and then greatly lowers defense. So even worse than the 12 key. Again, they have their dicks hard for just spamming lowering defense on every new release. I don't know. It's like they haven't figured out that this ability is completely pointless. So to break it down, his latest skill sucks. His super attack effects, as we've read, suck. And then that's not even all. Let's continue on. So his passive here. He gets 170% to attack and defense at the start of turn, which is pretty good. Then he gets an additional attack and defense 17% per android's category ally, self-excluded, so that doesn't even include himself, in the same turn. So already that limits him, not on the team, but in the same turn. Then he gets an additional attack and defense 17% per target Goku category ally, self-excluded, which keep in mind, he doesn't even lead. He's leading GT bosses, so already that hurts his passive, because you're not going to be able to get that hardly with the team that you're going to be running him on. In the same turn, then he reduces damage received by 17%, plus an additional attack 17% for 3 turns after the turn in which an attack was received. So he gets, the 17% damage reduction, which is helpful, I guess. It's a nice little touch, but I'm going to be flat out honest. Giving units with damage reduction that's so little, under 20% HP, it's not enough. It doesn't do enough. So while it's a nice touch, I would argue that it's almost just not even needed at this point. It's just not going to be as effective. He's a really good defensive unit overall with the 107% defense at the start of turn, on top of having pretty high stats as being an LR. I don't know, dude. His passive is just, dude, it's so wonky. It's a poorly executed passive in my opinion. And that's not even all. Then he also gets a high chance of key 1 with each attack received up to 7. So the fact that it's a chance to get key is just stupid. Like that's actually poor design. Like who thought that was a good idea? Like why? Why does it need to be a chance? I don't know. This passive is it's all over the place, dude. This entire card is all over the place. Like what the fuck were they thinking with this card? I don't know. Like we're in 2021. LR Super 17 should be the best villain unit in the game, and he's not. He doesn't suck. I'm not saying that, but he is not what he should be. This is not what I was expecting from LR Super 17. Who we all thought was going to be the Part 2 LR. That's not even all. That's the saddest part. Like, there's actually more. That's just completely... I don't know, dude. He also has an active skill, which we expected, which does ultimate damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense by 17% for 1 turn. But guess what? In order to even activate that, you have to get hit 7 times. 7. So... you want to know how often you're going to see that? Never. Unless you're like in a super difficult long event, you're not seeing that shit. And, he has a really good looking active skill animation that you're never going to see. So, again, why they have their dicks hard for releasing all these new units with horrible active skill conditions that you're never gonna see. Because clearly animations is what carries this game. So I don't get why they release these insane looking animations and then they just restrict them to these bullshit active skill conditions. Like it's stupid. Like this unit is just not doing it for me. Like what were they thinking with this unit? Like I feel like I'm so negative with 17 right now. But I'm just reading what's on the screen. Like this is what they gave us. And it's not good enough. It's not even close. And on top of it, guess what typing he is? Extreme Tech. They like to fuck Extreme Tech. Like why? We have not gotten a good Extreme Tech unit in like 2 years, literally. And I feel like it just gets worse and worse. Like I don't get it. Extreme Tech has been by far the worst typing in the game, and it's not gotten better at all. Like it's in a dead zone, for real. So, dude, this unit. Should you summon for this unit, based on what we just read about him? No, you shouldn't. He doesn't suck. He's good, but he's not what he should be. He is not worth your stones. Let him come to you down the line. This is not what you want to summon for. His links here are Android Assault, Fear and Faith, Fuse Fighter, Nightmare GT, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So obviously he's got a lot of Android links. Again, he doesn't have big bad bosses, which is really stupid. The fact that he literally leads GT bosses, who like every freaking unit outside of Super 17 has big bad bosses. That hurts this unit so bad. His links, they're not bad. You can definitely make him look pretty solid, given the proper units around him in the right situation. But you gotta support this unit, right? So he's also on a lot more categories than something like Omega, right? So outside of his leader skill, you do have options where you can run this guy and make him work. But again, his leader skill is like the biggest drawback, I feel like, because you're not gonna be able to properly use him in like a week. Like he's actually a dead unit. So I don't know what they were thinking with this unit. And it's even worse on global, given the fact that the anniversary is literally right around the corner. Again, just don't summon for this unit. This is the easiest skip ever. I mean, I'm only gonna summon because I make content. So, if I was a free-to-play player or just someone casually playing this game, I would not summon for a unit like this. No. This is honestly just like a step in the wrong direction. Like this is a step backwards compared to like all of the previous units that they've been recently releasing. I'll tell you for free. Videl shits on this guy. This guy is not even close to Videl, and she's a TUR. So just let that sink in. So there's 17. I feel like we talked about him enough. I felt super negative talking about him. Again, he's really good. You can make him look like a top 10 LR if you surround him in the right situations. But his design is just so poorly handled. I don't know what they were thinking with him. So let's continue to move on here. So apparently we're getting a new wallpaper. I don't know if this is legit or if this is like a fan edit. This looks real. If this is, this looks really good in my opinion. This is definitely up there for one of the better looking wallpapers. So I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the case, but we'll see. And then the next sub EZA unit in this data download that we have is Sin Shenron. Where do I even begin with this guy? I feel like I don't even want to talk about this guy. This guy sucks. He's getting an EZA and he already needs a new one. So let's just skip the leader skill because that's completely irrelevant. His super attack here, he raised attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage and greatly lowered his defense. So again, why they have to give lowering defense to every fucking unit in this game, it feels like they just haven't learned their lesson. They haven't figured out that lowering defense is one of the worst mechanics in the game. I don't know. How about we give some units that lower attack or do something else? We don't need to give every unit lowering defense. I promise you, Akatsuki, we don't. So his passive here, he gets all enemies, lose 50% defense. Pretty irrelevant, given the fact that in difficult events, harder bosses are completely immune to that. So that's completely pointless almost. Attack and defense, 100%. I feel like they probably could have just bumped that up to like 150. I feel like that's not enough. Then he also gets an additional defense and chance of performing a critical hit 7% per GT Boss's category ally on the team. So obviously they want you to run him on a GT Boss's lead or category, which makes sense because that's probably gonna be where he works. He looks his best. He's gonna perform the best, right? Then he performs a critical hit with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So the second part of his passive is just poor design in my opinion. A chance to perform a critical hit 7% per GT bosses. Again, why does it need to be a chance? How about he just guarantee crits? If you're running him on like a full GT boss, like he already is underwhelming. He's barely putting up 2 million attack stats for 2021. That's just not good enough. So I don't know. How about we just give him guaranteed crits? You know, we up his attack and defense here at the start of turn. There's so much that they should have done to make this guy a lot better than what he is. You know, he sucks, and we're just cutting to the chase. This guy is fodder. This is dumb. Performs a critical hit with 7 or more key spheres obtained. Good luck getting that, because you're not. There's literally no orb changes on any of the teams that he's on. So, who thought that was a good idea to put that on this unit? I don't know. And then it's like, he already has a chance to get crits, guaranteed crits. What were they thinking? Again, this update is a step in the wrong direction. It feels like. Dude, Dokkan has been killing it in 2021, especially over on JP, and they just went backwards with this update. I really feel like. Again, links don't change with EZAs, and same thing with categories. Again, he's super restricted, only 3 categories, which hurts him. GT bosses, really only 2 because GT bosses is completely dead and irrelevant. This guy is super unimpressive. Again, he already needs a new EZA, so again, when we get like a Dokkan Fest Sin Shenron that transforms into like an Omega, this guy is going to be thrown in the trash at that point. Already, you can just throw him away. He's just going to collect dust in your box. There's nowhere where you're going to use this unit. Let's just speak facts. This guy is just dead upon arrival. I don't know what they were thinking with him. So there's that EZA. And then we also have a support member here, Piccolo fusing with Nail. This support member here says, according to DBZ Carry, shoutouts to him, on the 3rd turn from the start of battle, randomly changes key spheres except physical to physical types, and then GT heroes attack and defense 20% for 1 turn. So I would argue that, you know, this is a pretty good support memory. Dude, if the punching bag event was 3 turns, this support memory would be godly for it. Especially, you know, players that are trying to hit that 77 million. You know, because GT Kid Goku, the physical one, the new one that just came out, you know, he gets 20% attack per key sphere obtained, right? You know, this would really buff a character like that, right? So, definitely not like one of the best support memories in the game, but you definitely want to get, you know, all the support memories grinded up because, you know, they can help you out in various aspects of the game, right? So don't forget about the support memory. Make sure, you know, to grind this one up. It is going to be included in, you know, an update in the news. We can actually switch over in game and, you know, check it out here. Oops, we're on Twitter. Let me jump into Dokkan real quick. Thought I had it pulled up. So it's stated here. This is actually just updated in the news here. So we have the LR banner dropping tomorrow night. Again, Skip 17 sucks. I mean, he doesn't really suck, but he is not worth your stones in no way, shape, or form. This new, or not new, this story event is getting revamped, and it's going to have a siblings bond category boost where we can, you know, farm up the new support memory. So that's where you will be able to acquire that. And then we have the sub EZA from the STR Omega Easy Area event. That's where you grind up physical Sin Shenron, but I would argue almost that it's completely worthless. You know, don't rush to get that done, because I promise you, you know, that EZA can, you know, get a new one because it sucks. And then we have, you know, just the 2 Dokkan events for Sin Shenron and, you know, Super 17 available throughout part 2 of the celebration. So that is basically just a little update that we got in the news. And then also, I believe, These are just like logins and missions for part 2. I believe, is it in here? There's supposed to be a new set of sales coming on the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. So there also is that as well. So don't forget about that. But let's go head over back, and I think that's basically everything that we have in this data download. LR Super 17, definitely what we expected for part 2. I will say though, he is very underwhelming in terms of what we wanted from Super 17. Again, he's not bad. He is very good, but he's just not what he should be. So, you guys let me know what you think about this data download, LR Super 17. Are you going to summon for him? I would say, if he's your favorite character in this series, again, do what you have to. Go all out for him. But if you're just an average player, free to play, skip. Do not summon for LR 17. That's just my best recommendation that I can give you. He's just not worth your stones. So that's going to do it for this data download over here in JP. Lots of stuff coming within the next couple of days. Again, he drops tomorrow night. I will probably summon for him, only for content's sake. Again, if you get lucky and pull him, have fun, because in a week you aren't even going to be able to run him. So just keep that in mind. So LR Super 17 coming to Dokkan. That covers the data download. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and until next time, your boys clocking out. Shadow X. See you guys in the next one.